So, let's find out who is the winner from across the pond from all of our viewers. Congratulations, GP, Generation Pixel, G to the mother P. Congratulations, my friend. That's awesome.
And you know what, SEGABlocks? You're awesome too, and you're well worth every one of the subs that have come along to your channel, and you're over 300 now, so congratulations on that. But we're not here to talk just about that, because if you want to see SEGABlocks' videos, well, links in the description, and I'll probably even pop up one of those little things in the corner there for you to click on. But we're here to talk about the prize. Now, the prize initially was going to be a PlayStation Network voucher for a set amount. Let's not go into details, you can go back and check videos if you want to see stuff like that. But it didn't quite work out that way because, of course, Scott, SEGABlocks, is way over the pond and I'm way over here in good old Scotland, so for some reason he couldn't manage to get a European voucher, so we worked something else out. Something that worked out, well, a little bit more to my advantage, because as you can see, physical collector. Now, I don't mind digital, I don't even mind emulation, but if you give me the option, I'm physical all the way. So, you want to see what games were added to my collection thanks to Scott's awesome prize? Well, you just wait until after these titles. Now, because of the way things worked out, I didn't get the PSN Network voucher, so that's okay. As I said before, I'm happy to do something else, and this is what we worked out. You see, Scott decided he would just transfer the funds that he was going to put into the PlayStation wallet and put it into PayPal instead, and let me go buy physical games. And I've managed to add over 40 games to the collection thanks to this wonderful prize. And the first game that I picked up, now this is the handy thing about prizes, you're not spending your own money, so you don't quite feel so guilty on it. And the first one that I picked up was Cyberpunk 2077. Now, it is a game I played before, but I'll be playing it on a PlayStation 5, and hopefully that they've patched this game enough so it's not quite as janky as it was when it first came out. Now, I'll be frankly honest with you, when I played it when it first came out, I had a PlayStation 4 Pro, so it wasn't that bad. I haven't played it on a base PlayStation. But Cyberpunk is a game that I truly want to be up there and working, and I had hoped that this was going to be like a game of the year. And you know what, it might kind of go the Skyrim route. Now, I don't know if any of you remember, but back in the early days, Skyrim in the PlayStation 3, well, it was a bit awkward to say the least. Everybody experienced that with Cyberpunk. So hopefully once all the patches are done, the game is baked properly and it's running on, well, it'll be running on my PlayStation 5, so I hope that can handle it at least. Then I'll get to enjoy this game for what it was meant to be, and that was just the first prize that came from SEGABlocks. So thank you for bringing Cyberpunk into the collection, and I'm looking forward to playing this game, hopefully in a near finished state if they haven't exactly finished it yet.
You ever feel like the city doesn't give you a choice? You either burn alive in it, or you never existed at all.
So for the second game that I picked up from the prize fund, well, it's another game, or I should say selection of games that's near and dear to my heart, and that is the Mafia Trilogy. Now, this Mafia Trilogy box set comes with all the definitive versions of the game, and I believe you only can get this in PAL regions, so Scott at SEGABlocks, I'm sorry, you probably won't be able to get this over in NTSC regions, so this is just for us Europeans. which sometimes is quite nice because let's face it, North America tends to get a little bit more in the way of releases than when it comes to PAL regions anyway. But here we go, we have Mafia 1, 2 and 3, all the definitive editions, and I've only played, well, I've played Mafia 3, which a game that I totally love now. I know a lot of people didn't quite get on with that game, but I did. I loved the stealth, I loved the music, I loved everything about it, so happy to play that again, but also happy to have it twice in my collection because it's already up there. And of course you've got the Mafia Definitive Edition, which I played earlier this year and was absolutely in love with it. The amount of work they put into remastering that game and being able to play that racing part of that game without, you know, throwing your controller through your TV screen was wonderful as well. And Mafia 2 Remaster, now I haven't played that. Now back when it launched I believe there was a lot of bugs with it. Hopefully they're finished with that now and the game's up and running properly. But there you go, the Mafia Trilogy, the Definitive Trilogy for the PlayStation 4 going into the physical collection thanks to SEGABlocks and his wonderful prize.
Not too many guys got the stomach for this line of work. We need guys like you.
Now for the last thing that I picked up from the prize fund, and this is over 40 games on it, and that's kind of where I got the clickbaity title, over 40 games won. But to be fair, it's 40 great games or 40 classic games, and it's games that I had to pick up, and a particular game that I had to pick up because of whom I won the prize from. And we all know it was SEGABlocks. It was our good friend Scott from over the pond, and it's in the name of his channel, Sega. So I picked up the Sega Mega Drive collection for the PlayStation 3. Now I do have this collection, or it's a pretty similar collection on the PlayStation 4, but I only have that digitally. This is a physical copy, and if I remember correctly, there's maybe even some games on this that you can't play on the PlayStation 4 version, so I'm looking forward to this. And not only did I pick this up because SEGABlocks, and I had to get something Sega related just to nod back to Scott. I love this era. I love this console. This console was the console that brought me away from microcomputers and into the console generation, and all due to that blue speedster Sonic the Hedgehog. When I saw him back in the day, back in 1991 I believe it was, I saw him for the first time, it absolutely knocked my socks off, and I just had to get a Mega Drive as soon as possible. And that's what I did. And now I can go back and play these on a modern screen with the convenience of modern controllers, and that's the way to do it, people. Now that's the last of the 3 physical discs, but over 40 games that I won from Scott's wonderful prize. Again, I can't thank you enough. I know I entered a competition and I know I won the competition, and I still want to thank you. They still feel like gifts. No, they still are gifts into my particular collection here, and thank you very much. Now anyone who hasn't seen Scott's channel and SEGABlocks, as I said, down in the description you will get his link, and of course I might throw up one of these wonderful little, I don't know, tags or buttons or whatever they call them, these kids these days, and you'll be able to access his channel that way. He's such a wonderful guy, he's a great member of the community. He bounces back and forward in the comments, so go see him. Now if you've enjoyed this video, well, thank you very much, and maybe leave me a thumbs up on the way out, because when you leave me a thumbs up on the way out, you're also leaving SEGABlocks a thumbs up on the way out for his wonderful donation to the channel. And of course, if you want to see more videos in the future from Generation Pixel, well, boom, there it is there. It's a subscription button. It's always there, it's always free, and you can always change your mind. So thank you again for watching, and thank you again, Scott, for that wonderful prize, and until next time, cheerio.